Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of ZGN Talks. Today, we're going to be talking about launching our first startup at the age of 19. So before we fully dove into, doing our first startup, we first decided that, hey, most people end up doing passion-based businesses and passion-based startups. And, Mitch and I looked at this and, well, it's great and all. What Mitch and I actually decided was the best case of action for us is to, look at the economy, look where growth is and look where opportunity is and, work off that. And then later, inject our passion into that business and decide if we want to do it or not. And, when most people end up doing their companies, like I stated before, they go off passion, not based off what the market actually needs. For instance, if you want to sell pizza, but there's already a million pizza shops in town, business probably isn't going to go over too well for you. So, this different approach, how Mitch and I did our startup and how we, do our business ventures, it's kind of more of an analytical economic approach. And, at the end of the day, we believe that's helped us make better decisions. And, Mitch and I believe that this different analytical and economical approach has actually led us to make more calculated decisions over time. And, for those guys that probably haven't guessed it or, haven't heard of it by now, Mitch and I's startup revolves around, e-commerce. And, I'm sure if you look at the time when this video was recorded, there's a huge economic impact currently going on across the world. And, it's really just changed the entire business landscape. And, what Mitch and I kind of position ourselves in is, this entire economic situation currently going on has actually sped up the growth of this online economy. For instance, a lot of people right now don't want to go out to the grocery market. And the reason they don't want to go out to the grocery market is they feel like it's going to endanger themselves. So what do these people do? They go online and they go on websites like Amazon, Instacart, Uber Eats, and they order food that way. And, we really think this entire economic situation, as horrible as it actually has been for the majority of people, it's actually sped up this transition from, the retail to the digital economy.
So prior to our success in the e-commerce space, it took us around 1 year of consistent trial and error. And during this time, we were investing a bunch of money, losing money, making a bit of money, breaking even, and it was literally very volatile, similar to a roller coaster. And prior to our initial success, we went through Shopify, we went through eBay. And when we transitioned into eBay, that's when we started seeing more income coming in. But it wasn't really until we started viewing Amazon and learning more about Amazon as a marketplace, because when we realized that we pretty much always shop on Amazon, so why not leverage it as a producer than just as a consumer? And once we finally transitioned into Amazon and began seeing consistent income coming in, it opened the doors to many opportunities, because once you start seeing results in one marketplace, you are then able to bring value to other people. And this allowed us to network with many more people that, again, opened up the doors to many more opportunities for us to come.
And Mitch and I, in our very economical and, analytical approach, really started this startup at the beginning of when this entire economic situation happened. And it's actually turned out to be a pretty, calculated decision on our ends. So at the beginning of 2019, when Mitch and I's Amazon-based businesses actually started to really take off and achieve a lot of profitability, what we ended up doing is we actually started doing consulting and coaching. And, what we really discovered through all this is there's actually a huge market for people that want to learn and get into e-commerce. So through Mitch and I's consulting and coaching, we ended up teaching a lot of people how to make streams of income on Amazon and how to sell on the Amazon marketplace. Well, at the same time, we also created another stream of income for ourselves. And, through this entire process of, doing consulting and coaching, teaching people how to sell on Amazon, we ended up discovering is with a lot of the people, not all the people, but with a lot of the people that we're helping out and to teach how to sell on Amazon, what we discovered, these people would be extremely motivated for the first maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks, and, they'd be all hyped. But, when they began to see exactly how much product research they had to put in, how much order fulfillment they had to put in every day, and, all the customer service, these people end up getting lazy and a little bit, disheartened. They would say, okay, this was fun at first, but now when I'm having to fulfill 50, 100, 200 orders, it's going to be taking up a lot of my time. And, these people also say, oh, it's really annoying when I have a customer who's just giving me a hard time. And I have to constantly respond to them. And, it even gets worse when you're shipping out 50, 100, 200 orders. And, this one customer is not just one customer anymore, but maybe it's 5 or 6 or 7 hard customers they have to deal with. So what we found out is that all these people that we'd help out with coaching and consulting over time would get really disheartened and would start to get a little bit lazy because, they'd have to deal with all this complicated stuff. So what we found is all these people would start to get really disheartened and really lazy because, all these different challenges that they face when scaling up their Amazon store that weren't there when they were beginning to sell on Amazon.
And this leads us into the startup, because we were able to find market opportunity. We were able to find a problem that is there, and our priority became fixing this problem better than anyone else. And as Emiliano mentioned earlier, while we were helping our clients build successful Amazon stores, and many of them did build successful stores, there was also a decent amount that became lazy, or at the same time, when you're building a business and you want to do high numbers, high revenue, high profit, and be pushing 50 to 100 plus units every single day, well, that's not a one-man job. And if you plan to do that all by yourself, well, then you're inevitably going to fail. And that is the main reason why a lot of people go into e-commerce, and the second they start hitting big numbers, they're not able to maintain it, and then they slowly go off the grid. And again, we saw this problem and we decided that the best way to solve it would be, okay, we have a whole back-end team managing our stores. Why not go ahead and have this same team manage our client stores? So through our experience in selling on Amazon, we were able to successfully create a team overseas that manages a good chunk of our e-commerce stores, ranging from product research, order fulfillment, customer service, literally everything A through Z. And we were like, okay, why not build a bigger team overseas to take into account the demand that we have of clients that want the stores built for them. So our startup pretty much consists of us continuing to expand our client base, along with expanding our team overseas that is managing the Amazon stores for these clients. Because Amazon stores, the problem isn't sales. Getting sales with Amazon is easy. It's maintaining the customer service that is hard. And once you're able to scale a store and you're consistently hitting 50 plus orders every single day, well, fulfilling those orders takes time. Responding to customers takes time. And the more volume that you push, the more customer issues that you run into, and handling that by yourself, again, you're inevitably going to fail. And that is why our main focus right now is expanding our team to efficiently manage our client stores. That allows us to scale the client stores efficiently, create a consistent source of income for the client, and again, provide a good sort of lifestyle for our team overseas, because us as co-owners of this company, we care a lot about company culture, and we want to make sure both sides of the table are benefiting and seeing their desired results. So yeah, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below of what you thought about this video. Again, our Instagrams are down in the description below. If you want to ask us any sort of questions, communicate with us network, go ahead and shoot us a DM. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for our progress, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Adios.